So, if you are watching at this part and you're probably wondering why the screen went black and you're just hearing me yapping, but basically, there was an exporting issue. When I exported this video, the Infinity Castle video, I exported it, and then I looked through my photos, and I'm watching through the video to make sure everything was good. But half of the Akaza part is just frozen. Like, you can hear the sound and shit. You can literally hear the sound, like all the fighting going on, but the Akaza part is frozen. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but 99% of that whole time that I'm fighting Akaza is just completely gone. So it's literally just only me fighting Akaza, not Akaza, Doma and Kokushibo. That's literally just what it is in the entire video. And I don't know why the Akaza part isn't showing. I want to restart and try to do... Sorry, I don't know what happened. My freaking recording cut off. But what I was trying to say was I wanted to do Infinity Castle again and try again with Insect. But when you guys watch the Doma part, me fighting Doma, I think you guys are going to understand exactly why I do not want to try to do this again. And in case you haven't seen in the beginning of the video, this took me 8 attempts to beat Infinity Castle with insect breathing. Fucking 8 attempts. And that itself, excuse my language, by the way, sorry, and that itself is just crazy, because usually it only takes me around 3 to 4 attempts until I beat it. The usual number is 4. Most of you know, if you have been watching my Infinity Castle videos and you're not new, you would know that it usually takes me around 3 to 4 attempts. But this time, it took me 8 attempts. The main reason is, number one, I have no idea how to use Insect. I've genuinely never used a breathing in my life. The only time I've ever used a breathing is right now, when I was trying to use it to play Infinity Castle with, because I seen somebody request it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do Insect breathing. And I'm terrible with it. I'm horrid with it. I'm admitting that. I genuinely suck with insect breathing. And you're watching this video because that means I managed to beat Infinity Castle with insect breathing. But it took me 8 attempts. So I'm sure now you guys see why I don't want to make a freaking remake video of this. So unfortunately, you guys are not gonna be able to see the Akaza part, and you're just gonna see me versus Doma and Kokushibo, because I genuinely am. I just don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience to try to do all of that again. I genuinely don't. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. There is no Doma. I keep messing up my words. There is no Akaza part. I'm sorry, and I will never ever attempt to do Infinity Castle ever again in my life with freaking insect breathing. I hope you guys have a good night or a good day, and enjoy the rest of the video. Most of you probably skipped this part by now. I hope you didn't, but yeah, enjoy the video. Peace.